Hi, welcome to Kids Can Fly. This video is more for moms and dads and caregivers. We're going to talk a little bit about wintertime fun. Sometimes we are able to play outside.
Mommy, can you make a bamboo fire so I can...
So you fill it up. So tip it over. So you,
Like that.
yep, keep it and then place it somewhere.
Somewhere like this. No.
But I want to talk a little bit about the importance of playing games with your children. You know, it starts with the baby. It's that eye contact, it's responding to your baby's smile. It's that back and forth, serve and return that we have with babies. It begins that whole game playing behavior. When they coo and you make a sound back and that respond, it means that there's a world out there in that difference. It's when your baby, allowing your baby, game playing and playing with your baby means making a safe environment for them to explore. It might mean just putting them in different places in the house when they're not mobile and that they can look around and discover new things. And then when they do get mobile, it means creating fun things for them. One of the things that I know a lot of families do is take the cushions off the couch and allow babies to explore up and over and under. Playing peekaboo is a really fun game. Again, it's that serve and return. And babies understand and anticipate, and that's really exciting. We do lots of song games too that are fun. Lap games, there's nothing more fun than having that baby giggle and laugh over and over time every time you do that bouncing game. And then they begin to anticipate it. You can just see the excitement in their faces. Preschool play. Preschool games. This is where it gets kind of challenging when our children get language and we get excited. If you have a history of game playing as a family, you can't wait to pull out Candyland and all these games. And then you discover that a 3 to 4-year-old doesn't have the tolerance. They end up having meltdowns because, number one, they might always want to win. And those are really difficult skills for them to master. Don't give up, though. We do create games. I'm going to suggest some fun games that we play, and as you build on them, as your child's developmental tolerance can take it. But it's a process. It doesn't just happen. Playing puppets is back and forth. It's that serve and return, taking turns, telling stories and having them tell stories. We have so much fun with just having a balloon and you know, 3 or 4 adults sitting in the living room and the child running and burning off energy in the living room, I call it hot potato, where you keep that balloon up in the air and then you pretend that it explodes, but that's not even the big part. It's just that fun of the adults get right in on the act. I Spy games are wonderful. I spy something that is red. And I mean, it might be my big red couch in my living room. But we do hot and cold. Oh, you're getting hotter. We've played this game with Lucy since she's been 2.5. And you simplify it. And it might always be her turn, or she might do a turn. And you know, I mean, it's just fun. It's fun as a family.
My name is Lucy, and we are playing the most hardest game in the world.
What's it called?
Memory game.
Oh.
And it's really hard. I have drawn Among Us Queen for my mommy. She's sleeping, so she's not playing this game. But it's really hard and fun.
Can you show us? Can you start it? How we play it? We have 2 players, right?
Yes.
Oh.
You have to have 2 players. And one player, if they get it wrong, they put...
What does it look? Oh, can you show me that card again, Lucy?
It was a doggy
Yeah.
and a monkey.
Oh, they're not the same, are they?
They're not the same, but if you get them right, you can keep them.
Oh, you're collecting them.
you can collect them, and you can't trade them or give them to someone else. You can only place them where you placed it.
Okay.
Charades. We've just introduced charades. And again, we've had to modify it. I included a little video clip of Lucy playing charades because that's something as a family I have played since I was little with my family members and extended family. And we all pride ourselves on our extreme ability to play charades. And we also used to play with my kids when we were little. We'd have music on, and we'd have tag music where we'd have dance music and one person got to dance in the middle of the room, and then they ran over and they tagged someone else out and they had to run in the middle of the room and dance. And I have my nieces have memories of how much fun that was. Like, is that not so simple? And you'd think, you kind of roll your eyes, but it's so delightful. It's fun for the adults to participate in too. I had just as much fun as the kids. It's really, really important to have these special family times. Early game playing might be 5 to 20 minutes. That's how long it might last. You know, preschoolers love memory games as well, that you can get the cards and you could make your own. In our Launch from Home kit, I included those sheets that you could cut up. And Lucy and I did try the game. We explored it and played the memory game. When you're looking with the 2 to 3-year-old, you might have 6 cards out. You don't have all the cards out because that's overwhelming. You simplify and build on as they have skills with the game. And you cut your losses when the game says, you know what, we've had fun, but it's time to put the game away because we're not having any fun, and we'll play it another day. And you might get pushback because, again, these are each developmental skill a child gets can be very challenging and frustrating sometimes and bring out big feelings. And those big feelings are wonderful and valid and gives us an opportunity to support them and teach children how to manage those big feelings. That's important. We can't deny our big feelings. We need to learn to manage them and embrace our big feelings of frustration and disappointment and anger because I didn't win, and you know, I should feel joy for you because you did win this time. It's really important to create habits of game playing. Whether you have a game night once a week or you spend a little bit, 10 minutes every day picking out a game to play or a puzzle to do or an activity to do, it's important to set aside that time. And I can't tell you how much that how meaningful that is for young children and all children. When you build a habit like this early, it continues on. My kids reflect of they remember this and how big that was. And in my head, I think, oh, I wasn't like, what's the big deal? Like, it was to them. And what the common denominator in was that it was time where I was investing in that social, emotional, playful time with my kids, or other family members were playing. It was playful and fun, and it makes you feel valued and cared about. Games promote social skills. It's really great to win, but it's good to learn how to lose too and not be the top dog all the time. I really encourage families to pick a game that's developmentally appropriate for your child, and you will find out if it's not, because when it doesn't work, you think, oh, they're not ready for this game yet. Let's look and see what other game we could play. You want them to experience success, but you also want them to experience challenge. And that was a really big lesson for me to learn, that children need to learn how to not win and to lose and to manage those big feelings. And that's a really important part of game playing. And having these fun, playful moments where they're joyful. And if it's not fun and playful, then you need to pick a different game or activity. And it might take time. Don't give up after the first time you try something. Explore different games that fit your family and that are fun, because that's what it is. Sometimes it's just about having fun as a family.